So this video is about what I wish I knew about money, plumbing and life when I was 21. First things first, when you're 21, you're young, dumb and full of, let you put that in the comment section below. So you've got no fear of life, responsibilities, problems, because you've got enough energy to be able to crack on with them, to get them done, and you'll work it out, and you will work it out. But the thing at the time is that you feel that you will stay in that time forever, which is, it's not true, but it's always a good thought to think to yourself, I'm going to be like this forever, you know. You're not. You're going to have to grow up, you're going to have to get the responsibilities, you're going to have to get more money because life just costs more money, and you're going to have to possibly think about a career, which I chose plumbing, so we're going to talk about that at the end. But when it comes to the money side of it, I thought to myself, you know what, I can still go raving, so I can still enjoy myself on a Sunday, and then I can not sleep and go straight to work on a Monday, which I done oftenly, but after a while I started to get a bit tired, and you just stop doing that, knock it on the head after a while. The money at the time allowed me to do whatever I wanted to do because it was coming endlessly. You know, if you get paid week by week, it's very different to people who get paid monthly. They have to really structure how they're going to do stuff, and you, on your other hand, you could do it when you want at the end of the week. If you really want, you could blow the whole bag. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get money next week. That's what the thought process is, right? When you go through it. So with it being endlessly, I'm saying to myself, you know, I can keep going. I can keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not really going to add stuff up because, again, if you know if you can afford it or not, and you know if you can't afford it. So therefore, you might wait a little week, 2 weeks to go on a little shopping spree. 3 weeks savings, you can blow a little bit, save a little bit. And that was kind of the motto, because obviously you needed some money when you went out. You can't go out in fresh new clothes and you ain't got no money in your pocket, because it just doesn't make any sense. Hope you're not doing that. I hope you're not doing that. So getting through all of the money going in and out of your account, again, you're not kind of like keeping a track on stuff because it's coming so fast, isn't it? Opportunities are happening and all that. I think when you're 21, you get a lot of opportunities which just fall into your lap. It's maybe by laws of attraction, I think it is. When you're younger, a lot of things just seem to happen naturally. People will come to you with opportunities, knowingly that you're young and you can put a lot more energy into it than probably they can. So that makes sense now at a later age. But when I thought about my life, like, what's it going to be like? It's going to be okay because I've got this money to be able to do the things what I want to do, and I'm able to go wherever I want to go. There is plenty of work, so I didn't have any doubts within like what's going to go on in the so forth future. But I always thought to myself, you know what? There's going to be a time when you're going to need to settle this down, like settle the behaviour down, settle the going out, bottles, lifestyle down, and start saving and preparing for a long-term future, which a lot of other people seem to be doing around you. You know, like the people who you work with, when you're that age and you say, oh, I went out the weekend, or I done this, or I'm going here, I'm going there, they're like, wow, oh, you must have a lot of money. No, we get paid the same amount of money, I just do different stuff with it. And that's probably most people's answers, which is true. You know, if you've got responsibilities, if you've got a young child, if you've had kids young, you possibly can't do some of the things what other people are doing. You wasn't buying a Marys, you wasn't buying LVs and stuff like that. You was keeping it modest, do you know what I mean? Which is, it's understandable when you've got responsibilities, but those who don't have the responsibilities, they've got the extra time, the energy, the money to spend it and do other things. So that's what kind of is not what warrants it in life. It's just something what happens, and it could be a phase, it could be a time, or it could just be a point like in your life where you say to yourself, you know, I want to have fun, innit? And how am I going to have fun? I'm going to have fun how I see other people doing the same, which is going out, enjoying themselves, possibly getting drunk. Up to you if you be doing the drugs. You know, there's a lot of people that do drugs. I'm not knocking them or anything. Stay skiing, you know what I mean? But now when it comes to being a plumber, I think that's what's paid for all of that lifestyle for me, which is having a solid trade which I can rely on to do work, and knowingly that people need that service. When I was 21, I obviously didn't take it that seriously, but I made sure that I stuck in it because I honestly didn't have any idea what else I would do. And nothing else interests me. I worked in retail at the same time when I was doing my plumbing apprenticeship. So I was working 7 days a week, and that gave me that extra boost of money. I think I was only getting something like £450 a week, or maybe like £500, but £500 then was like £1,000 today, which isn't super a lot, but it's more than what most people get. They're still getting the 5 bills. You understand what I mean? So that gave me a level of confidence, but also I thought to myself, I better stick with this trade because it's all I know, but it's something which seems to be working for a lot of other people if you just get it right. So getting it right meant studying. Getting it right meant making sure that I've got good foundations within plumbing. So I became a lecturer at some point instead of just being on the tools, because I wanted to give myself more longevity within what I'm doing. You know, you can't do something which is strenuous on your body every single day for a long period of time. 50, 40 years, your body's knackered. I want a good body, I want to live healthy. I don't want to die from working too hard or just overworking myself or being in conditions which I don't need to be in. So I started to look forward for my future instead of looking at like, oh, I had a good time and this was a good time then and that was a good time now. Yeah, you can have plenty more good times, but they're going to come in different chapters. Do you know what I mean? Now it's more about holidays and enjoying myself and a little bit more investment within myself, growing my channel and reaching a wider audience with long form content just like this, really, where I can explain to you like the things I know now and the things I wish I knew then. And it's all surrounded around having a career as a plumber, innit? And I think if I didn't choose to have a career as a plumber, I really don't know what I would do. But I would want you guys to tell me in the comment section below what you would do or what you do as a career underneath this post. And if this has helped and it's won over like you from saying to yourself, do you know what, I'm going to subscribe to this person, hit the subscribe. I'll see you on the next upload, yeah?